Spoilers. Hi, chat. How's it going? Oh, also hello, Persephone. Yes, as soon as I start talking, you come over to see me. Yes, hello. Let's see. Music. Bring this down a little bit. Electra! Hello. Thank you for the 8-month sub. Yes, Persephone. They've been here for 8 months. Can you believe it? 8 whole months, or, well, 7. But, you know how Twitch subs work. Hey, 7-ish magpies. Video game. Nope. Video game. Yep. All right. So if you haven't been here in a little bit, I've done some renovations in the underground. I've prettied up the undercroft a little bit. Also, I think I got a new cat. Hello. And so my plan now is to take out this chunk here, which I've started on and need to finish, and then this chunk here, and then the villager one, so everything looks like this, all the way around. And then I have to do the ceiling. But that's just a lot of quartz. So much quartz. For now, though, let's go put this stuff away. Start working on the cathedral again. So today, get bells out of here. Don't need those yet. Storage. Pop them in here. Here we go. Did you choose quartz because of your watch repair watching? So fun fact, the channel I watch doesn't work on quartz. The guy doesn't work on quartz movements at all. He strictly works on like mechanical watches, which don't use quartz crystals. They're different types of movement. I chose quartz because I wanted something that contrasted well with the polished basalt and polished deep slate. Add a little bit. There we go. Okay, so where is my... Oh, right. I was so eager to get up here, I forgot that I moved my crafting stations. Let's see. You and you. Yep. Has more bells than expected. It's what we need. We need 10 bells for the towers. So rather than spend my own time doing it, I just paid James and Serge to do it, which is the smart play. All right. Would you come with me, please? Thank you. Please watch over the bees. All right. So, today we're working on the main entrance. I thought that would be fun. So, this one? No, this one. Yeah, that's a pretty good look at what we're going for here. We got a set of double doors. These little columns here, the sort of flank, I think we're going to do sandstone stairs. underneath it could maybe just be sandstone or endstone. We'll see how I feel about it there. Maybe we'll just leave it as endstone because I think that's what it is now. Hey, Pharaohbender. So yeah, that's this is what we're going for, and then we're gonna build like the whole arch and backing in front of above the door as well. So that's sort of our main goal for today. It's Saturday. Yes, I believe it is. Let me fix these. And here. There we go. Because I like the doors to be around the back there and there. There we go. Here, I might as well just get these on. This is going to storm, I bet. Those are some nice windows. I bet you could really defenestrate someone from them. That's my hope. All right. So. Oh, I need to grab some. Yeah, there it is. I'd like to introduce you to my new set of diamond armors. Helmet Cole, Lieutenant General Chesty Armor, Jeans Krantz, and Orson Welles. Nice. Actually, why don't we just grab this? Just... Honestly, we'll just set up shop right here. Yep. And the stone going here. Actually, I think I want to take you out. Now that I'm looking at it. And you. And then let's grab some. Start with some sandstone walls. My plan is to cheat this a little bit. Because if I go like this stuff's mostly going to be covered up. This isn't though. And my first netherite tool, Pick Astley. That's very good. This look. Oh, hey, look. But why don't you give me a follow? I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers. Okay. So these things... RG. Thank you for gifting that sub to 7-ish Magpies. 7-ish Magpies. I know you've been a sub before, but please enjoy your Doot and your Persephone and your bee and your thumbs up and your Foxheart and your pun trophy and your treats. Camera, are you misbehaving again? You are. There we go. I know it's still up. I'm just having a look at it here. Okay, so as you can see in this photo, it basically kind of goes, and we look at another one there. That doesn't really give us a good look at it. Let me actually switch this one. I have there. And basically starts at the wall, runs straight across, and then angles in towards the door. which is different than what we have here. So why don't we move some of this stuff? I know Persephone. I could maybe push these back one. Or I could bring the doors forward. Like have the doors actually be sitting like here, basically. And that would allow me to take out some stuff here to have a little bit more room. Or I could push it back. The other option is to push this back and have it go like kind of like this. And then we have a little bit more room on the porch, and that does actually help with the windows here. Because if we remember the picture that I already took off, great job, Erica. You're fantastic. You're doing your best, honey. Yeah, that gives us a little bit more room for the window. Okay. Also, because they are my first Elytra, and so I'm just a learner flyer. They're named Cessna 172 Skyhawk and Piper J3 Cub. Very good. Okay, I actually think I like that. Do I have any extra andesite? I do. Fill in the here. Go, and now. And probably go like this, and whoops. This. Don't really need these shears at the moment. And this does, when we come back around here, we go like this. That. We can go with this. Oh, these aren't gonna, that's an issue. Okay. Hey, Sharkfist. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out something because the walls aren't going to connect to the doors, and that's a problem. Walls don't connect to doors. Who'da thunk it? Ah, yes. My greatest foe in Minecraft. An angle. We need a hinged variance of walls. It would just be very nice if they connected. Okay, let's say we take this out. Go like this. We'll be able to do walls in the center here. That. These doesn't have to be the material types that we use. In fact, I probably want them to be sandstone or What did I use over here? Oh yeah, polished sandstone. But what I can do is if I go like this, this creates the effect I'm looking for. Then we would put, you know, a sandstone block or something like that on top of it, but it does create that sort of like pillared look that you get sort of around the doors there. I have to put another block on top of it, but I think that's good. So, do I have any? I have one. A single polished sandstone. Cool. Bunch more of those. Like this. This. Ah, no, 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 no. Everything's the worst. There we go. I think the stuff underneath it needs to be sandstone as well. Or sandstone. The statue between the doors could be represented by carved blocks. Yeah, that's just what I was thinking, actually. I thought your greatest foe was Noah Webster. I mean, you're not wrong. What am I looking at? Yeah, let's do some chiseled stone. Just want to do like that. That might work. Go with that for now. I need to go up one here. Where's my scaffolding? There it is. So we'll do that, and then we need to get a bit of smooth sandstone for some stairs. I can talk. I can talk. I don't know why you keep saying that I can't talk, because I can definitely talk. Some dirt. Excellent. Here. Erica's enemies list. Angles, Noah Webster, the pigeons, also stairs. Like, let's not forget stairs. I don't want to sell stairs short here. Go. Okay. Stairs are more of a frenemy. This is true. Okay. Now the fun part. There. Okay, let me have a look at this first. How was my week? My week was okay. Work was a little tough. Had a couple days that were kind of stressful, but overall not too bad. Yes, Persephone. No. Now that I'm looking at this, I kind of want to bring those walls back out again. Yeah. I'll show you what I mean. This is what we could do if we went like, take this down. See, I think that gives me a better space to start building the arch from. Because this arch over here is actually pretty deep. Like if we go, here's a good look at it. Like we basically have to start the arch out where the outer wall is. Like, so it's starting like on this block and on this block, and then above the doors is the like solid sandstone blocks. Okay. And on the other side too now. Spent all that time debating whether I should move this thing out, and the answer was no. No, I shouldn't. Okay. We'll have to like fill in little bits here and there, but here. come out, go like that. And then there'll be stairs here. And then stairs here. This will be solid sandstone. Side we go. Over on this side. Will not fall down. There we go. Nope. Okay. Probably. Oops. Ah. Problem with building with this stuff is that I insta-mine it now. This side. Go. There we go. That gives us our pillared look. All right, now we just need a bunch of stairs. We just need a bunch of stairs. Actually, no, before I do that, let's get some of the smooth sandstone in here. Just above the doors? Just above. Just put, yeah, 2 rows in for now. Or, actually, I don't like the way this looks. It's too same-ish. It doesn't have the block texture that I want. Right? So let's go with some. Let's go with the cut sandstone. More anyways, so. Okay. I think that's closer to what I wanted, actually. This, oops. Come out. We'll see. Let's go to bed. There we go. How is everyone in chat doing? Are you having a good weekend? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Or was it? Maybe? Is that my only options for stairs? It's either that or smooth sandstone stairs. Week's been good, but today brain is bad. Boo! Boo, bad brain. Boo! Boo! Been digging out from an ice snowstorm over the past couple of days. Woof. Well, let's do some tests. Let's see. Nope. Put that. Got your boosties sorted? Nice. Hello, Heavens. This? What's this look? Have you gotten your boosty yet? Yeah, I got mine a week ago? About a week ago. Also found out how much of a downgrade Berea is from Desecho pasta? Desecho? I honestly couldn't tell you what brand of pasta I buy. I want to see. What brand of pasta do I buy? Catelli, which is like not good stuff. It's just grocery store stuff. Thank you for the Penguin Flight or Fight comic. It's a very good comic. I cannot take any responsibility for finding or distributing it. How the heck am I gonna do this? This is gonna be hard. I mean, if I can get it here. I know I can get Berea pasta here. I've seen that in stores. If I go like this, this isn't quite. Nope. I don't think it's quite. I need to go one more. Persephone, jump up. I want my cat to jump up, but she doesn't want to. Stinker. Yeah, you're a stinker. Yeah, you, Persephone J Cat. Oh, Sevenish Magpies wants to give Persephone some treats. Oh, that's fine. Well, I need to think about what I'm going to do here. So let's give Persephone treats. Get him nice and early. Hello, cat cam. Cat cam. Cat on cam. Oh, did it start storming in the game? Oh yeah, it did. 1 second. I'm just gonna stand here on this bridge in a thunderstorm. I'm sure it's fine. Someone should sleep. Well, the options are me and me on the server right now. Yeah, I put the new emote on the cat cam because it seemed appropriate. Hello, bees. Okay. I'm having an issue with this. It does not feel right. So, yes, hello, Persephone. Go up here. Let's try. Oh, let's take them all down. Burn it all down. Oh, no, 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 no. So I'm having the issue I'm having. I'll try and I should vocalize and explain what I'm doing. The issue I'm having is that this is not. If we build with stairs, they go at just a 45-degree angle, right? Like it'll just meet in a point, like that, like this. Go. And this is more closer to this shape. It's sort of goes up slope a little bit and then curves in and hits at a point at the top. Now, we're not going to be able to do the point, obviously. Minecraft doesn't have that fidelity, but what I'm trying to do is recreate that, like, slighter, gentler curve going up. And again, this is where I would kill for vertical slabs. If I go that, then go Ugh, for fuck's sake. Thanks, Pharaoh Bender. Ow. No. No. This. No. This? There we go. Not quite there yet. Getting closer. Not quite there yet. So, why don't I... This goes back one. Really, what I should do is put scaffolding over here. Scaffolding, please cooperate. Where was I gonna put it? Here. Oh. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're kind of getting somewhere, but not quite yet. Okay. Moves over too much. Persephone, what are you doing? Stop running around. What I need to get, sort of my next on my list of emotes, I think, is I want to have some kind of cat crimes emote. I don't quite know what that will look like, but I feel like Persephone deserves a cat crimes emote. Like this. And those need to come back too. Cat in a burglar mask. Yep, that's definitely on my list. Yeah, Persephone, you're a little bandit. Troublemaker is what you are. Wait, there we go. El bendito gato. Bandito mask, like the face covering. Yeah, like the neckerchief up over. Um, a little better. And I guess if we go one more at the top. That, and then... Ah, dang. Okay, fine. Guess it's time to go deal with these idiots. Let's sleep first, so we're not fighting them in the dark. I have to be very careful because I don't want to accidentally hit my bees. Oh, I wonder. If I go around this way... All right, then. Easy game, easy life. All right. Idiots taken care of. Oh, well, I should do while I'm over here. We've got many melons to harvest. All right. Okay. Chat, how do we feel about this? Obviously, we need to, like, fill it in a little bit. But I feel like for, at least for the outside edge, that's a decent shape. That one can come out. That one will come out. Feels like that's good for the tools we have. Kinda, yeah. We're limited in what we can deal with. Whoops. Oh, I took out something I wasn't supposed to. Yep. One of these fell down, didn't it? Ow. feel like we can do a little bit better. The back doesn't quite look right just yet. Need to go. That looks a little better. See if we go like that. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube VOD archive so you can see VODs like this. So you can, you know, see me. You can have 3 whole hours of past me going, hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay, now let's grab. Make some more of this stuff. Pretty good villager impression there. Thank you. Ow. Someone's got to have made villager MIDI instrument, right? Probably. I don't think it looks quite. I mean, okay, so we're hitting a point where we're going to have to like accept that we're deviating from our source material. Like, we're not going to make something that looks exactly like it. I just don't think that's possible. So we just sort of have to build something that looks aesthetically pleasing with the materials and the tools that we have. So let's see if we can. First of all, we need, how many stairs are we going to need? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7? 6 more. You. Uh-huh. This and this. Like that, like that. Ow. Yeah. That and that. Into ow. Oh, am I out of sandstone? I am out of sandstone. Wait, hold on a second. My box. There we go. Looking at the wrong spot. Ow. Okay, well, let's go to sleep and then we'll clean up the edges a little bit. Put some end stone in. Like, just like level it off, basically. And then we'll see how we feel about it then. And there's some stuff like, I think this can actually come out. Or can it? I think it can. No, it can't. Okay, that stays there. Cool. Okay. That we said this one was coming out? Yes. Yeah. Oh. Nope. Chat, how do we feel about that? Even on both sides? It's suitably grand. For reference, this is what it should look like. This is what the reference looks like. I think the arch ended up proportionally being a lot larger, but that's just... That's Minecraft? I could try and bring it down a little bit. Is there a way I can get it to drop a block? What if... Go... Out. This. That. No, I don't think that looks as good. Okay. I think this is... There we go. Sort of the best we're going to do with what we have to work with for the time being. We can always come back and revisit it. Plus, it gives us a space like up here, you know. And slap a couple banners for decoration. Or make our own banners or something like that. What I should do, though, is do I have more etched blocks? I do. I think these ones should be etched blocks. I don't know, chat. What do you think? How do you feel about it? Hey, Broth. Broth, we're working on the cathedral. Tell me, how do you feel about this entrance? Is it suitably grand? Okay, now what I need to do is because there's also another set of like false windows up here. Basically, like more or less, the top of them more or less lines up with the top of the arch. So, have a look here. Thinking I would do is I would just go with a bit of sandstone wall here, that, like, oh, endstone. I'm out of endstone. All right, I have to go get more endstone bricks. Fine. Now on the bees? They staying out of trouble? There's actually a banner there? Yeah, I found, because we killed those guys. You know, those guys that we killed. Speaking of which, pretty sure we have more of them. There we go. Get another one up there. They'll match. Endstone. Endstone. Do I have bricks? No. Make some. Dingus? Don't have a name for you yet. Actually, I have an idea. Do I have any name tags? I don't think so. Lorenzo? Dingus and Lorenzo? Don't think I have any name tags sticking around. Unless they're over here, because there's still some stuff. I mean, Dingus is the obvious choice, but it feels mean to name a cat Dingus. I do like Lorenzo, though. All right, Lorenzo. And I did like Wingus, though. Oh, that's two. That made two. Well, let's just change this back. It's not like we're short on levels. Okay. All right. Wingus. Lorenzo. Dingus. Very chunky. But this is all going to get filled in and leveled off. So it's nice and flat. Flush, if you will. Probably just... All right, I need to actually make the end bricks. Let's do that. Should have put this name tag away. I should have put these melons away. So good at this. Chat, have I ever told you how good I am at Minecraft? And not just Minecraft, streaming specifically. I am so good at it. Looks better than some of the Warhammer armies I have played against. Now, to be fair, I would also accept that as a compliment of my building. I think that is valid. I think it works. To here. Ow. I believe a name tag called name tag is actually different from an unnamed name tag. I know, I just didn't want two name tags named Wingus. I think I might actually... I might do is, oh, for starters. There we go. Perfect. Get a couple more of these. There is going to be stuff behind it. Come around this way. Like I said, we are going to fill all of this in. Go like this. Now that feels too big. If I just go one of them. Let's go to sleep so I can look at it in the daylight. Let's have a look at this again. Yeah. Huh. I think just one works. Wish there's a way I could like get a little arch above it. Suppose if I did two, I could do that, but I think as it stands, just having the one there works just as well. Plus, I think if I use stairs to try and make a little arch, it would just look weird because walls and stairs don't really interact at all. So we'll just come around this side. Yep. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. Yeah, lurker spine. Cathedral building goes pretty well, actually. Build up this side a little bit just so we have a better view of it. Okay, fine, I'll take a hit. Okay, now let's have a look at this thing. So it just continues on up. So the next thing going up the front facade of it, there's a set of windows that runs the full length of it. Resolution insufficient for tiny window arch. It's true. And then there's going to be, so I think what I want to do here, no, here we go. There we go. Actually, I had a thought. What if this make these pop more? I replace don't have to be regular sandstone. Like, because I think if our, like, sort of pop detail is... okay, yeah, that looks better. That looks better. That sort of jumps out a little bit. I like that. More of them. There we go. Do panes attach to iron bars? Or walls? So panes do attach to walls. That's kind of the point of panes, is so you can have something in a wall. I don't know if they attach to iron bars. But we should definitely be able to do some windows. I have a lot of experience doing that. So what I think I want first, though, let me have a look at this. Yeah, we got one layer, and then what I want to do is, so if you look on here, they actually have text written above the doorway, on that band that runs across underneath the windows there. But we should definitely be able to get some glass into the windows. We might not be able to do the little tiny arches with glass in them, but should be able to do something. I think I want to do is, what do I want to use here? Wait, how wide is this? We're dealing with 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we're dealing with something 16 wide. Why don't we go here? Go a bunch of chiseled red sandstone. Keep this going up. Go. Welcome back, Sepanish Magpies. I hope you had a good lark. Was it for food? I took a shower. Also good. Okay, I think that looks good. Now, Okay. What do I want to use above it? Why don't we go red sandstone? Maybe. You want 2 windows or 2 columns above the arch? Or have the center window off center? Get some... for walls. We have sandstone walls. So let's use those to start roughing it out. No, no. No. Stop that. There. And you. We go over here. We'll go this, 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 that, there, and the other thing. Torches don't need to be here. These two. How do panes work again? They're thin glass. Okay. So if you look at this one, there is 1, 2, 3 better view. Have a better view? Hold on a second. Here we go. There we go. Seven. And we would end up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, hold on. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we need to double up somewhere. Get a couple more of these. Have some stuff to work with. That's a fancy window. The rose window? Yeah, I'm excited to get to that part. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to try and build something that works with that. Okay, why don't we come over here and go this, this, there, and then there? I think this is kind of what we have to do, which I think will be fine. Like have sort of like a, because then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the center window ends up being kind of like double wide, but I think that's going to be okay. Aha! I'm slowly learning how to use scaffolding. Okay. So I need... I think it was... Wait, how many of these do I need? I want to make the windows too tall. So I have obscured what I need to look at. I'll just guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That makes logical sense, given that it's 16 across. There, 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 and there. Okay, so now for the top of it, have a look. While I'm here, be a window there. Does it line up? Oh, it does. So good, chat. Chat, I'm so good. Sandstone? No, you know what we can do? We can do what we did over here. Wait, hold on a second. Did I fall off the edge, Erica? Hold chat command for that. Did these wrong. These aren't supposed to be blocks. These are supposed to be stairs. Luckily, it happened off camera, so nobody needs to know about it. Chat. Nobody needs to know about it. It's a secret to everybody. Exactly. There's one thing I know about Twitch chat, is that Twitch chat ain't snitches. So if we go here, we can do a similar thing and grab 8 stairs. We can be silent for a price. But you're supposed to give me money. Twitch chat gives me money. You see my problem here, right? Wear your safety vest. Eh. Nope, stop that. Aha, there we go. Yeah, and then when we put panes in there, it'll look like there's a little arch. Lurker Spine, thank you for the 100 bits. We're bought with bees? Okay, I can make more bees. Easy enough. Man, do you know how many bees I can make? Got so many flowers. We can have bees for days. I need more sandstone. How many more sandstones? 1, 2, 3. Okay. No, stop that. Actually, I think I dropped one over here. Somewhere? Somewhere. Ah, well. I'm sure it'll turn up. Oops. All right. Okay. It's a little hard to see because of the scaffolding, admittedly. Okay. I like that. Need to keep bringing that wall up. Actually, while I'm over here, speaking of bees, when we do some bee chores, we need to fill in this hole at some point so honey stops falling in it. Welcome back, Rock Pusher. I hope you had a good lurk. Did you also have a shower? If these are the B chores, what are the A chores? Actually, I do think I need to get some bees because that wasn't fully charged. Means maybe some bees have wandered off on me. Can't see because of scaffolding is fairly standard for cathedrals. This is true. Have you ever seen a cathedral without scaffolding? No, you haven't. Yeah. Need some more bees. Are named bees around? Not at the moment. Alright, go breed some bees. Just a cheeky nap? Well, that's good. Cheeky Sunday afternoon nap? Perfection. What time is it? 7:30? Okay, let's breed some bees, clean up our inventory a little bit, and then I'm going to take a break. So close. Thanks for that follow. Oh right, I got rid of all of my melons. Sold them all. Flowers. Flowers. Actually, use sunflowers. Even though we're kind of short on bone meal. For a second, I was scared it suddenly became Sunday. Yes, but you see, the world is round, and because of when I stream, it is very convenient for people who live in Australia and New Zealand to watch my stream. So, yeah. Bees, bees, bees. Never get tired of that. There we go. Brand new bee. Wave of the future. I think I'm liking this. I think this looks good, and it'll fill in a little bit when we put panes in. It's always Sunday somewhere. I think you're thinking about 5 o'clock. Can't believe I caught myself on that. You're right, Nightbot. You can send me a tip on coffee. It's great. Especially if you're the kind of person that doesn't want to support on Twitch, because, yo, I get it. Amazon sucks. Support on Coffee, who, as far as I'm aware, the CEOs are not going to dismantle a historic bridge so they can get their yacht. Need glass. They just said they just explicitly said no to NFTs. Excellent. I was kind of thinking for a second, it's like, ah, crap, they haven't gotten in on the NFT grift, have they? Because that's gonna suck. Ooh, I was gonna take a break. All right. I'm gonna do something a little different, chat. I'm not going to go to my break screen. I'm going to show you what happens literally every single time I go to take a break. A tiny little bandit, I think, is gonna come along and try playing with my headphones. So let's try an experiment. Oops. I like that I can sort of like figure out where I need to put my camera by lining it up with the top of my cabinets. Did you have a good break? Yeah, it was great. It was very relaxing. Got some hot water. Got a graham cracker here. Did anything happen while I was away? You were relaxed too? Very dull? Well, I'm sorry it was dull. Don't worry, we're back to building now, so back to the exciting stuff. Yeah, I did see they slid off the table on their own. That happens from time to time. Seems to be every time I go to the bathroom. And they just kind of, I figure I'm probably just like tossing them and not really paying attention to where they land, sort of thing. So it is what it is. There, that looks better. All right, we have an extra one over there. I need some glass. 16 glass? 16 panes of glass. In unrelated news, you may want to clean your earbuds. I'm sure it's fine. What did I come down here for again? Glass. The nice thing about glass is that... Wait, no, I need 4 of them. Oops. Okay, fine, I'll just take all of them. How much do I need? I need 6. Okay, but it was like, do I remember how to make glass panes? Apparently not. Apparently I don't. Oh, Iris, I'll get you caught up on what we've been doing. We've been working on the front facade of the cathedral. Well, go on. There you go. There you go. Come on, there you go. So here's what we're looking at right now. For reference, this is what we're working on at the moment. Hey, Street Rage. This is our reference material that we're working from. I think that looks good. Need to go put some glass in. Need you. Scaffolding adds some nice texture. It gives it that real cathedral vibe, right? And this will probably leave as clear glass, because I think what I'm going to do is have... I want the space that's up here, that's going to be on the opposite side of this, to be a, like a balcony sort of space. Because this is actually, in the actual cathedral, the opposite side of here, over here-ish, is the like upper balcony where the organ, their gigantic ass organ sits. Please nobody make a quote of gigantic ass organ. Just coming from the PPR? I was able to watch it like the first half of the PPR. Neon Dynasty looks like a fun set. I'm very excited. I can't wait to try it. Also, I was joking about making a commander deck where the reality chip is your commander because it is a legendary enchantment creature. And it's like, haha, that would be funny. But what if? As me considering playing Arena again? Yeah, I'm gonna have to dust off Arena. So 1 year ago, I got back into Magic via Arena, swearing that I wouldn't go back to paper. I ordered a box of Neo last night. The Yukio lands are super pretty. They're so good. Haha, JK, lol. Unless. But no, I think I definitely want to get a copy of the reality chip for my cube. I think that definitely goes in there. I want to get Tamio. Also, I saw somebody was like, rip Tamio. It's like, no, to be fair, Tamio's not dead. She's not strictly alive, but she's not strictly dead either. I've never played your cube. I want to try that at some point. I'm over on, I don't know. I'm over sometime. I should get you and Brett over to play Magic sometime. Complete. Yep, she's a full pleat now. she's fully pleated. Okay. What's next? There we go. We got another little strip. Now imagine Tamio in a cute skirt. She would look very cute, and then she would probably I'm gonna go with vivisect you. Probably vivisect. Also, I guess now that we know the story of this set, we have a better understanding of what Vorinclex was doing on Kaldheim. Because Kaldheim had a similar feature of because they were studying the gods. He was trying to figure out how the gods move between the different realms of Kaldheim. At the end of the story, he stole the Cosmos Elixir. So now that we know that Jin-Gitaxias was on Kamigawa studying the spirits who could move between the spirit realm and the human realm, whatever you want to call them, they were studying how to move between different planes, which then led them to trying to get planeswalkers and then Cameo. And the reality chip. Good old reality chip. So it all makes sense. I think I need more scaffolding. I think a new Phyrexia set is likely next year. Possibly? It just doesn't want to go up, does it? There it goes. Need a couple more. Oh yeah, like they're definitely gearing up the Phyrexians to become a threat again. Probably why Jin was able to come to Kamigawa and not need to inhabit an amalgam of dead animals like Vorinclex. I mean, probably. I'm very glad they did things very well and New Kamigawa is the opposite of racist. This is true. And also, like, I was never, like, super worried because I know I kind of figured that WotC would bring in a lot of their people from their Japanese teams, which is exactly what they did. They actually, some of the designers on the sets were people who worked on Duel Masters. And so that's how they were able to create some of the ideas for stuff like Tetsunaro, the guy with the frog, came directly from those designers based off of like Japanese folk tales and things like that. I think is very cool. What did I come down here for? What am I doing with my life? Chat. The Brothers War release seems like a really good last time on the Phyrexians. Yeah, kinda. Grace Fong was the story lead? I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I would have to double check. That sounds correct, though. And sounding correct is half the battle. Okay. So, we got two things that have to happen here. We have... So the next thing we have to do is this giant rose window, which is going to be a lot of fun and very hard. I see things have changed quite dramatically at your base. Yeah, I gussied up my undercroft. Again, this is that point where I really wish I had half slabs, or like slabs that could interact. Like imagine just having a line, a single line of red sandstone there as a highlight. But we might just have to do without it. No, I could probably do it. Just put like the red sandstone blocks and then... No. Imagine slabbing. Yeah. You ever just think about slabs? And then we have these tiny little like rose details on the side there. Not sure quite what I'm going to do with those. We could just do them as like a little 4x4 set of stairs? And then we'll have a bit of space behind. No, then we have to put something behind it. I don't know. What if we... Okay, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. At all. So let's go... Do I have more scaffolding? No, I'm out of scaffolding. Let's go make some more scaffolding. I like just leaving the scaffolding up. Again, it gives maximum cathedral vibes. We'll just go make some more because there's one thing we're not short on, it's bamboo. No one is ever short on bamboo. Do you think you don't have any bamboo? Check again. You probably have a bunch. little bit more. I'll make. Mm-hmm. With 36. That works. The hole in the middle of your base is terrifying. That's chunk punching. It's growing right there in your chest. Oh god. Is bamboo actually the alien? From Alien? Is bamboo a xenomorph? There we go. So let's get, am I out of endstone? Okay, I need more endstone. As soon as you plant one, it ends up being like, well, I need a whole new storage section for bamboo now. Yep. You could have a line of shadow from stairs. Yeah. Hmm. You want to get, whoops, no. To break this up, I do want to have one more line of that, and then that's pretty much all we can do, I think. Then we basically have to go straight into figuring out the little roses and the rose window. Goes back to trying to reroll a sharpness librarian. Okay. Turns out building a cathedral by yourself is hard. It's tricky. Okay, so now the other thing we need to consider at this point is how are we doing overall? Please don't mind the tree. Because we're getting to the point where we have this. We got these, we got this line, and then we have the rose window and the arches. Right now, we're sort of like, this is the top. Imagine those things line up. Yeah. So we have a bit of room to work with. Yeah. Okay. Need more red sandstone. Go get some more red sand. Majestic. I love the tinkly floor. Just so pleasant. Let's see. Stack of these. time is it? It's 8 o'clock. All right. Got a ways to go, chat. Why did I climb up here? I need... Okay, let's try... And... grab 4 of those for now and see what we can do. So our local group did our first successful end city raid, ended up with the Elytra. Promptly cratered below because I didn't know how to use it. Whoops! Nope. Hey, you should follow me. I'm trying to hit 1,000 followers. Basically right at the edge. Let's just pull these up for a sec. There's a name for the shape of those little false windows in a 99% Invisible episode about it. Well, what's the name? What's the name for the little windows? Quatrefoil. Cool. Might want them out one. Yeah, I think I need them out one. And then this is actually sort of around here is going to be the eye drops you picked up actually seem to be doing something. That's good. It's always good when you spend money on something and it works. I've always refrained from using eye drops. It's just like, I know if I start, I'm never going to be able to stop. Listen, I'm already addicted to hand lotion. One more? 4 in the middle? All right. Ow. I'm just taking these off for a second because I need to be able to see. Okay. So if you're curious, what I plan to do is put... What can I put back there? I'm going to put something behind those. What do I have? I do have some smooth sandstone. Try that. That might end up being a little too deep. But I don't have much else of a choice. Chat, does anyone have any ideas? I don't think I'm able to recreate that look effectively in Minecraft. Again, the resolution in this game is just too low. So, what are my other options? Because like that ends up being very deep looking, much deeper than like this thing actually is. But that's a really hard shape to make. What are you trying to emulate? So in the picture you can see there's a line of windows, and then there's the large rose windows, and then there's two smaller, like sort of false windows on either side of the rose window, and that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe those fancy pattern blocks. Oh, you mean like the glazed terracottas? Eee. Those are hard to make though, and I don't know them well enough to know if there's one that would work well for what this is trying to do. So what I have right now is I did a set of 4 stairs. And then I put smooth sandstone behind it. Just because, like, I know I'm not going to be able to perfectly emulate that, but I wanted to get something that could, like, get closer to it. A top stair above a bottom stair facing out. Sort of like... The other option somebody suggested was... something like... Nope. Oh, come on! The one time I want you to behave. There we go. And then... better. Okay, let's go sleep. Because I think maybe what we can do is play with the material a little bit to see if we can find something that works a little bit better. Mind you, we don't have a lot of options with the palette that we're working with at the moment. Unless we want to switch to something else. Because we could go like, what if we try? I need more smooth. I need my smooth sandstone back. Give me your smooth smith. Come here, smooth sandstone. Surprisingly difficult to say. Yep. Ow. Is there a smooth red sandstone? I can't hear the word smooth without thinking of the time chat decided Surge was Smooth James. I don't like it. Black glazed terracotta. Let me just look these up. Maybe. Honestly, it might work. And also, that would be super convenient if it did. Yeah, I think though. If we do it. Okay, I need to take these goofy scaffoldings down. And I'll have a look at it. You also have to look at it from ground level, right? Because the issue with what we have now is that there's going to be the little gaps, right? Like even if we choose a different material, we're gonna have to back it with something. But there's always going to be those little holes in the middle of it. Also, I didn't. Why are those? Oh no, those are lined up. Just looking at it weird. But I do like it. We could go with like either a smooth. We could go with a smooth sandstone or because I can't do a cut sandstone stair, unfortunately. But I could do. I could make some smooth sandstone. I'm gonna probably need some more smooth sandstone. Anyways, I have smooth sandstone. I have 4 smooth sandstone in my inventory. I should go make some more while I'm at it, because I am going to need more. You were right the first time, Erica. Don't second guess yourself. Chat, stop letting me second guess myself. Jeez. Yep. Measure once, guess twice. That sounds about right. Okay, smooth sandstone stairs. Also, I definitely lost one of the sandstone stairs. Where'd it go? There it is. Yep. Ow. Do you ever just take down your scaffolding so quickly you hurt yourself? I don't hate it. I think it looks good. It fits in our general color palette. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That means we need to do the other side too. We are still going to have to back it. There's going to be the little gaps there, but it's Minecraft. There's really no way to avoid that, unfortunately. That's Minecraft. Wait, hold on. Ah. Orange sandstone as a backing might be cool. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out once we deal with the inside, because, I mean, the inside's currently a hot mess as it is anyways, so we got a lot of work to do in there. I think maybe what I want to do is, like, I don't need an enchanting area for anything, because I have access to books everywhere, everything. Every book I could possibly want. But I thought making, like, a, I don't know, ornamental crafting area might be nice. There, I forgot to make stairs. There we... Ow! Alright. Okay. Okay. We have 37 levels. Might as well have an enchanting area. It's true. Okay. Okay. Starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. And now we just need to figure out how the hell we make a rose window in effing Minecraft. Because unfortunately, we can't use stairs. Not really. The problem with stairs is that you can't put glass in them. How about redstone lamps? So I want it to be actual glass because I want light to actually be able to come through it. Can't use slabs because again, that has the same issue where the glass doesn't interface with it. It just sort of sits on top of it. I could... What could I do? What's the... See, that's not the worst idea, honestly. That was kind of what I was thinking, is just doing it with glass. Hey, Sibwow. You are first. Wow. Could you make the walls thicker? If you make it 3 thick, you could put stairs, slabs in front and behind the glass. Not really. What about glass with glow lichen on it? That's a possibility. I don't think that would get the right look, though. But... my wall plug to USB adapter popped today. That was exciting. Oh no. Let's see what I have here. Let's go make some glass panes. Nah, I don't want to. I don't want mods. I want to do this as in vanilla. $32 for now. It's very smelly now. Delicious. The magic smoke escaped. It's true. Sibwow, you were supposed to keep the magic smoke inside. Hey, Paul. Okay. I engineered the decision that it was no longer functional, so I will swap it for another one. Excellent. Glad you're getting some use out of that degree, and also presumably from your job. We just walk very precariously along this pane of glass. I'm sure it'll be fine. How big does this need to be? See how that looks for a halfway point. Other one. Yeah, it's a little too big for what I'm going for. Looks good though. But very blocky. Oops. It honestly extends above. That's good. In terms of size. It means I need 32 more panes of glass. We had a 3-phase to single-phase breakout box fail at a LAN I was on the organizing committee for. It blew up. Then the power supply in our switch blew up. Then the power supplies in a few of our guests' computers blew up before one of them made it to the switch. Woof. Just like Aaron, coming back for 3 months with that Prime subscription. Thank you so much. Ew. Essentially, I'm terrified of electricity and don't trust it at all. Didn't you say you were an electrical engineer? Thanks for that follow. Got surgery on your neck and you had to be awake for it? Ooh, fun. Go like you. Yes, I hope you have a swift recovery. Although I guess having to be awake for it was a real pain in the neck. I need more end stone. Come on, it was right there. Was I really supposed to leave that alone? Chat. Just a mortal woman. There's only so much pun value I can let pass up, and I couldn't let that pass up. Shit. Yeah, Rubik, that is a very good typo. No. Well, you either become Electro Boom or you live to 60. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, dang it. Back down we go. I think that's it. If you build Surge's elevator system, you wouldn't need to go up and down scaffolding. This is, technically correct. It's squishy. It's squishy. I gotta do it again. The sides have to be 4 tall. I didn't do the sides 4 tall. Yeah, I got an electric shock when I was a kid too. My dad was renovating the basement, and I wanted to help out. And he's like, "Sure." He hands me a screwdriver. It's like, go go unscrew that socket from its housing. Because it was just like they like gutted the entire basement. It was like, okay, I can go and start. Stick screwdriver right in there. Because he didn't realize that that socket had been on a different breaker than the rest of the room. Or like that half of the room was on a different breaker. So I got zapped. It was a bit surprising, I'll admit. I need more glass. I always try and do wire work one-handed so that there's no way to have a path through my heart. That's probably a good move. You're just standing there, like, gripping onto a pipe or something like that. Yeah, Iroh taught us to move lightning through our stomach. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Also looking to be about the right place to stop too, although I have to go up one more level. 2, 3, 4. All right, see how we're doing. Yeah, that does look great, but yeah, that's real big. Also modded. There's definitely a stained glass mod on that. Okay, so we have a giant window. I think, now let's just have a look here. Could just be a texture pack. Could be. Tree. Is there a better shot that doesn't have a tree in it? They say it's a texture pack. I can see that. Now, proportionally, does that look right or does that look too big? I honestly think it might look too big. Mind you, our windows that we have underneath it are very short. Okay. So do we go so it's 2? Compare it with the door width. Yeah. Here. Oh. Goodbye. Arrowbender. Thank you for gifting those 5 subs. 2 Steps, Street Rage, Temporarily Ally, Shark Fist, and Swindle Wizard. Congratulations. Please enjoy your Doot and your Persephone and your Bee and your Thumbs Up and your Foxheart and your treats and your pun trophies. Remembered them all. Arrowbender, thank you so much. I need to get more water. Now, Pharaohbender, I will say, you did give 5 subs, which is not your normal amount of gift. You like to do stuff in groups of 3. However, you are at 69 subs, and I suggest you stay there, even if it does break your normal pattern. Oops. I need to go back down before stuff starts spawning. I sleep. I was always off because of a single gift you made a while back. Ah, there we go. Because, I mean, yeah, if you had gifted 69 subs, that would be even. It would be, that's a multiple of 3, so there you go. Okay. How royally have I screwed this up? Yeah, I'm taking the whole effing thing out. Take it out, start from scratch. What is the scale of royal screw-ups? Good question. Like, is the scale, like, is a 0 on the scale somebody who's really, like, just is a good monarch? Assuming there is a good, such a thing as a good monarch, which is debatable, but. And then, like, a 10 is somebody who did a very bad job. Because definitely a lot of monarchs have screwed up. Thomas Hobbes certainly thought there was. That sounds like something Thomas Hobbes would say. John of Portugal moved the capital to Rio to escape Napoleon and ended up losing absolute power and having Brazil declare independence. And that's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of, like, I feel like everybody's go-to example would be Louis the 16th. I mean, but I'm generally a lot softer on Louis than a lot of people. But at the same time, it's not like he was great. He was still had, like, literally zero spine. Like, man had no spine. And in the face of a revolution, you kind of need one of those. Like, just TBH. Have a spine. Okay, so we'll do that, and then that. Okay, here we go. Like this. We'll go 6 by 6. I think that works. I mean, there's certainly some Roman emperors who were just miserable. Obviously, people like Caligula and Nero get a lot of attention, but I don't think Caracalla gets enough attention for what an absolute monster that man was. He literally had his own brother and co-emperor stabbed to death in front of their mother. He invited them over for supper and then had his guards stab his brother to death. People sometimes give Elagabalus a bad time, but honestly, they were just living their best queer life and really just did not give a crap about being emperor. The position was more, they were chosen as emperor and they kind of didn't want to be. So, I don't know. Yeah, they spent most of the time, you know, partying, but like, can you blame them? Good old crisis of the 3rd century. Ah, yes. Also, I love that Roman history has a year called the Year of the Four Emperors, and you just know it's like, oh, that was a bad time. Let me go get some water. Oh yeah, there was a... Was it 6 emperors or was it 7? Okay. Let's have a look here. See, now it looks too small. I could put sandstone around it. That would make it appear a little bit larger. I could also move it up one. I have sandstone on me? I do. The hardest part about doing this is that you have to do it all and then go back to see. It's like, okay, now did I get it right? Like, I could take... This and this and this has to go. Stone. Could you leave the glass out while working out the size? That seems like the most annoying part. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but you're not wrong. The main issue I'm doing it because I just don't think it looks... Like, I have a hard time judging how it's actually going to look without having it in there. But you're not wrong. Hey. Deal with zombies? Ugh. Jerk. Are you keeping it clear? Will you eventually add color? I'll eventually add color. I'm just using clear glass right now to help me rough it out. And same with basically all of the other windows. Probably not these ones. These I'll probably leave as clear, but like the ones above the doors on either side, those I'm going to change into colored glass. Oh. There and there. One of my friends, one of my friends is getting married soon, and she is sending me an invitation to the wedding. It's like, I would love to go. It's just, first of all, she lives in Moose Jaw. Second of all, COVID. Third, I just don't. Come on. B. I don't know if I have vacation times. Hopefully soon it will have been 2 of your friends. I mean, I've literally never met her fiance. To be fair, she had never met her fiance in person until a few months ago. It's a whole thing. On purpose, or are they moving fast? Yeah, it's a long distance relationship and they're moving pretty fast. Because he lives in England and she wants to move there. So this is the easiest way to do it. Can you tell that I am maybe not 100% on board with this plan? The only wedding I've been to during the Panini was literally on my front lawn. Yeah, I haven't been to one either. Okay. Now that we've moved it up, I think it looks a lot better. And now that it's sort of framed in sandstone, I think it looks a lot better. I still wish it was bigger, though. But I mean, we had it as... Was it a full 8x8, or what were we... Hey, Lonely Tex. All right, let's just leave this. I feel like I could be here all day. That looks nice. Isn't there some arched frame around it in the photo? Yes. But that's a whole other thing. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. It was 8x8, yeah. And that was too big. Felt it was too big, so. Okay, well, let's go with this. Lock the scaffolding down and see where we're at. Are we satisfying? Until we eventually have to go up and clean up little bits of scaffolding that got caught. Ow! Ah, there's one more up there. Dang it. Wasting perfectly good scaffolding. There we go. Ow. Ow! Okay. We got some work to do, but I like what we have here. Hi, B. Do you like what we have here? Do you appreciate it? And it'll look better, like Electra said, once we have the arch sort of goes over the front of it, and once I finally get around to getting this other tower in. Actually, while we're talking about it, let's actually maybe do a little bit of that over there. Okay, so from this, it goes 1, 2, 3. Cut sandstone, then stone, and then that. Should go. Let's get a couple cut sand. Wow, we have so much more glass now. This is all the glass that we took out of the window. Three. this off and see how it looks. Whoops. Okay. That's sands. Go this. And go to sleep. I miss it. Okay. Okay. And we still have to figure out what to do about all of this. That's going to be a whole thing. I don't want to fill in this corner over here just yet. I suppose I could put this one pillar in, because that one's pretty close. Because I don't know what I'm doing with the little corner bits of the towers yet. I kind of want to change those up from what I have and like adjust the size that I'm working with, because I'm thinking about pulling this wall out one from where it is, because I think that will solve, there's a couple issues with what I have going on right now that I think that will solve. Because right now, if we come around to this side, I'm having an issue with this tower here specifically for a couple reasons. One, the windows aren't even. Like, this wall is sort of pressed up a little bit. And then it also means that for these pillars here that are supposed to be supporting the roof, inside each of these sort of tower chambers here, there isn't a corner one here. It would be like behind there is where it should be. You got this one here, that one there, and it should be like inside that. So if I push this wall back one, this is exposed, and then this one here becomes exposed. So if we were to, it would be in here is where that would go. The other issue I'm having is that currently, the way we have these towers set up, we don't leave a lot of room here. Like, remember, the plan is for this to be the main entrance. So you come up here, come through these. There's going to be another set of doors here. And then you walk out here and you can see all of this stuff. And, there's going to be a whole cathedral here eventually. But to get past it, we sort of just have like a 1 block square here that we sort of like sidle past and then can walk around it. So unless we do something like glass over the chunk, which is an option, there's nothing saying we can't. So So you can just like walk in here and walk right out over it. We'll have to figure out, we might have to tweak the sizing a little bit on it. But the other issue is that if we look here, you see this one's one out from these pillars on either side of it. And if we come around to the other side here, this is 2 out. So I think this entire wall needs to come 1 block this way. Because right now, yeah, we've got a bit of space here. We got a couple squares to work with. I think we could do that. Okay. So that, I think maybe that might be the plan for next Saturday, is to fix that wall. And I'm gonna try, if I have time. Actually, maybe what we'll do next Saturday is try the new wall design over here. Like, try building this tower with that wall design. You know, pop this wall out 1 and start building it up. And see how that looks. Like, if that solves the issue, then we can go back and retrofit this one back here. And then we should be good. And I'm out. Well, I filled it in a little bit at least. All right. So let's call it good on the cathedral building for the moment. Clear out our inventory. A lot of stuff in here. What does it need? Oh, we had a lot of glass panes in there. Scaffolding can go in there. You can go there. There. Andesite. Dirt back in here. Here, have that. The rest of this stuff can come back with us. Also, this isn't how wide it's going to be. I only put down these 3 tiles because I was working underneath it. And I needed to know where my floor was for digging up. So. And I was going to say we were just going to do a bit of digging. Maybe clear out that chunk over there. But I have gotten the raid signal. So we are going to go do that. Because I am also tired. Here we go. All right. Bingus, Lorenzo, Wingus. Symphonic Lolita, hello. Also, thank you. I think it's like turning out well. I like the amethyst in the floor. Me too. It sounds pretty. All right. Let's head up to our lookout. Get a screenshot. I mean, this isn't like super early for Kathleen. She usually starts around 8:45. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. I like how this is coming together. I think it's coming along quite well. We just need to sort out the one side of the tower, get the other tower in, and we sort of have our first. We got to finish the top of the tower. Got to build an arch between them. So we got a lot of work to do just on the front part still. We haven't even gotten to the main body of the cathedral yet, by the way. I haven't done that and like plotted out the whole floor plan because I have to move all of my animals and sugarcane and stuff like that. So, anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out. I will be back on, schedule update. I'll be back on Tuesday for regular stream. Next Thursday's stream is actually canceled. So the friendship that I had canceled the stream for this week ended up getting canceled because people weren't feeling well. So we bumped that to next week. I also didn't end up streaming on Thursday because I had a really hard day at work and I didn't have the energy for it anyways. So I'm like, you know what? Let it ride. So Tuesday, back streaming. Thursday, no stream. And then we're back on Saturday, continuing work on the cathedral. So now I'm going to send you over and we are going to go raid Kathleen. If you don't know Brand New Faves, this is my friend Kathleen. She does a pirate radio show where she plays new music that she likes and that you might like as well. So head on over there, say hi, listen to some cool tunes, what I usually do to wind down my Saturdays. And I will see you all on Tuesday. So have a good night, chat.